Hey guys, happy Halloween, and we're going to go over some settings for you. And these settings are uh, settings that you could take a look at and use with a grain of salt. These happen to be my settings for my panel, so they may or may not work for your panel. And what's scary is I'm finding people that are buying this TV and not even setting up the TV or calibrating it at all, and then complaining about something that's not right in the picture. So by all means, at least try to attempt to adjust your TV to your liking. If you like it right out of the box, then that's fine too. But what you'll do is you'll go to the little wheel here on the right hand side on the remote, go to settings, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and we're going to go to about. And the reason we're going to go to about is I'd like for you to look into your TV status. So about, status, and then we're going to go into the hours. At least have over 100 hours of playtime on your TV before you attempt any type of settings, because it goes through a burn-in process where you would get a sharper picture, and most calibrators wouldn't even touch your TV anyways without having the TV 100 to 200 hours of burn-in time is what they recommend, and that's what the manufacturers recommend as well, to get you the most brightest and pristine picture. So once you go into that, you're going to go into display and sound. Nope, no, it's not display and sound, sorry. Watching, and we're going to go to external inputs. Once we go to external inputs, we're going to go down to HDMI signal format. A lot of people forget about this as well. You want to make sure everything's enhanced format for HDMI 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And the reason is there's a standard format and there's one that says display high quality HDMI signals. Select this option only if your device supports high quality HDMI formats such as 4K 60 frames per second, 420 10-bit, or 444 422. So these are the ones you would definitely want to get into to adjust your TV set and make sure you're using them appropriately, especially if you have a disc player or something hooked up to it. Okay, and you'll go back out by pressing the back button, and we're going to go into display and sound. Okay, once you go in display and sound, guess what? We're not even going to adjust the screen yet. We're going to adjust the actual screen, and we're going to make sure it's in this display area full pixel. And you could press pause on this video if I'm going too fast. And auto wide, you want that off. You don't want that mess with it all. And you want the wide mode into full, okay? Then you'll go out, display and sound, picture, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. There's standard, cinema, custom. Now on the newer TV sets, the newer Sonys, the 950G, the Z9F, and the A9G, the custom mode is the new Cinema Pro mode. That's the mode you're going to want to get into for the best and most accurate picture, okay? And that's what I use. The brightness is 35, 50 is color, and the light sensor is off, of course. If you turn it on, you get a dull picture. Advanced settings. Brightness is 35, and I notice a lot of people blow out the brightness, and then they complain about blooming because they're blowing out the brightness and making it way too bright, and they're clipping the TV set. Clipping is the same as if you had a stereo and you cranked up your volume all the way up high and this sounded distorted. The same thing could happen with your TV. You clip the doggone black levels and you brighten it up so bright that it clips the blacks, and you're like, oh, it's blooming. Well, of course it's blooming. You turned up the brightness to full blast. In this particular setting, you do not need that high of a brightness. This is 75-inch 950G, by the way. The contrast is 90. The gamma is -2. Black level 48. Black adjust. These are all very important. The gamma 2. Black level 48. Black adjust. High. If you wanted to, you could also bring this down to about 46 and 45 with discretion, because you will crush some of the black level by doing that. And you'll have a Samsung Q9FN with crushed black levels and star fields that don't show up all the way. Black adjust high, adjust enhancer is off. Advanced color enhancer, sorry, is off. Auto local dimming, you want that on high. That's what's controlling your dimming zones. When you actually get the TV, it's on medium, which is not high enough for me. Some people have even turned it off, like Artings. As you can see, the picture, I don't know if you can see, yeah, see how black it got? This by messing with this. And that's how I get the pristine black picture with low blooming on an LED TV set. And with that said, some people said they were getting some blooming on this. I haven't got it with the 75-inch any more than I've gotten with any of the other TVs I've had that were LED TVs, minus the Z9D and the Q90R. So you want the extent dynamic range is on high. Okay. Then we're going to go out of that. Color 50, hue 0. Expert temperature is 1. Gives you the most accurate picture, accurate skin tones. Now this is the ones I like right here, the per color adjustment. Everything else is normal stock. Live color I like off. Samsung users or Samsung folks that have bought in the 950G, put this on high if you like that super black, not black, but super saturated look. You put that live color on high. And I go in here and I adjust the color to the yellow, and I put it on -4 for my particular TV set here and my particular incoming signal. Most people could probably get away with like -1 or -2. This takes out the extra warmness of the TV, cools it just a tiny bit, but it still has that nice warm touch to the picture with natural skin tones, as you can see with Eva Longoria there. Okay, then I go out of this, go to the clarity. Sharpness is 50. The reality creation is manual, and you'll want to use the resolution at 35 or lower. Some people turn this up higher, but it will introduce grain and grit because you're over sharpening the picture and you're clipping the sharpness of the picture. Same analogy I used with the volume control on your stereo when you crank it up and it sounds distorted with the speakers. Low noise is low. You could use low, medium, or high depending on your incoming signal, or you could turn it off. If you have a pristine signal, you would turn it off. If you have a crummy signal with distortion and video noise, you'd turn it on low, medium, or high. Smooth gradation is low. Motion settings, custom. Motion smoothness, max. Clearness is minimum. Cinemotion is off. And of course, you could play around with this right here, the smoothness. I like to play on with the clearness, but the smoothness, you could go, 1, 2, or max, depending on what you like. And then this is blacked out on mine, video options. So basically there you have it with the setup of how to calibrate the TV yourself in the best mode. And of course, this is not set in stone. Yours may be differently, and it may or may not be differently. So tell me what you guys think, and we'll have different settings for HDR, Dolby Vision, Netflix coming up soon. Thanks, and happy Halloween.